lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the front porch of the 1925 bungalow. I'm Scott. We haven't been out on the front porch in a while, but it's warm enough, and it's only getting warmer. And you know what? The plants survived beautifully. I'll tell you about the plants some other time. Some of them actually spent the winter out here on this porch, and some spent the winter inside. We'll do a front porch update some other time. I've thrown some old 1940s era dish towels over the table here to give me a little tablecloth while I show you this thrift haul. Now, it's a small haul, but man, we've got some quality items, some interesting and unique items that you don't normally see here on the OCS. And guess what? Everything that you see on this table and windowsill is for sale. And guess what? It's tonight, 8 o'clock on the Two Chaps. Now, tonight it's on David's channel, and you've got to subscribe. You can't bid on anything unless you are a subscriber. So we're not trying to trick you into subscribing to somebody's channel. It's just, we bounce back and forth each month. 1 month my channel, 1 month David's channel in Texas. Okay, but that's tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern time, right? Whatever we're on. We're back on, we're on daylight savings now, right? Okay, let's see what we've got on this table. Oh, but you know what? Let me take almost the last swig of this. I'll let you look at this lovely lady while I'm finishing up this cup of coffee. And why don't we start with her? It's an old tintype. Yeah, or daguerreotype. I'm not an expert on antique photography, and she's not a family member. I wouldn't be selling her if she were, but and I've got a ton of old family photographs. But anyway, here we go. This is going to date to sort of that Civil War era. Circa 1860s. Now, of course, as usual, or as we often see, the top has pulled away, but you have this wonderful embossed red felt interior. And then we'll see the outside is beautifully embossed as well. Turn it back around. And there she is under glass. I don't know if I can get her to where you can really... I'll have to zoom in on her. Let's try to hold on, everybody. We're not in any mad rush. Look at the detail. There she is. the stories that she could have told if we had only been able to record her voice in those days, but who knows? Look at those hands. I think that was a woman who has done her share of handiwork and children rearing and thus and such. The little hook is here. So if you collect old photography, that's one for you. We'll have that tonight at on the Two Chaps Live sale. Check out this. Now, I'm telling you what, this buffalo here, this American buffalo here, he is in wonderful condition. He's old. I cannot find, I've searched the buffalo over and I thought I found true love. No, I'm getting my music mixed up. I could not find a hallmark or a maker's mark on him at all. No doubt in my mind, or very little doubt, that he is American made. And look how beautiful the gold is on his underbelly where nobody's been fiddling with him, especially under here. But he does retain most of his gold. And he's very... the tail hasn't been broken. The legs haven't been broken. Oh, look, his little hiney side. Okay. Turn him back around this way. He is fierce. So I can just see that as a paperweight on Teddy Roosevelt's desk. Can't you? That kind of thing. He's wonderful. Okay, let's shoo him out of the way. You stand right in front of my lady there, and we'll go back here. We have some more buffaloes. And then we have this beautiful pair of Bron Met, B-R-O-N-M-E-T, Gift House bookends dated 1926. This is called The Buffalo Hunt. And gosh, gee whiz, don't take my word for it. Turn them around. And we've got all the beautiful marks on the back. Buffalo Hunt. This here says Bron Met, and then there's a Z. So it's actually there's a big Z. Are you seeing that? I'm not sure if you're seeing that. For bronze medal, Bronze Met. Copyright 1926. Gift House Incorporated, and that was New York City, I think. Okay, so beautiful, no damage on these. Wonderful patina on the front. So I'll tell you what. Very nice. You can come to my sale. Or you can go on eBay and buy a pair of them for $400 and something dollars. Look. See? Hey, anybody can ask anything they want. But I'm certainly not going to be asking $400. Come to my sale tonight. You'll get them for a lot less than that. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, they are super nice. Let's move this buffalo back in front. And I'm going to sell it, but I can't believe it. Look at that candy jar. It's a small one, and it is absolutely wonderful. It has a sterling silver lid. Somewhat unusual for these candy boxes. This was a very quality candy box or candy jar. Let's go find the sterling mark. And it is, well, is it on the inside or the out? It's on there somewhere. Hold on. It is right there. You see that? Oops, hold still. There it is. Isn't it nice to have Benny Goodman and Robin Redbreast producing the background music as we look at these wonderful things? The glass quality. This goes easily back to the 1920s. This is etched glass here, or wheel cut rather. There's a little tiny chip on the base here, more like a flea bite right there. Do you see that? That's it. No damage around the top. Look at how beautifully cut this glass is, and it's quality glass. So who knows, Heisey, Imperial, I don't know. But it's a nice piece of quality fire polished glass, and then it's all been hand finished. You're not going to find anything like this being made today, not in this country, unless it's in an art studio, you know, good art glass. And there is good art glass being made today, but boy, what a nice gift. And it'll hold, I don't know, maybe 8 ounces worth of candy with that beautiful sterling lid. I was over the moon when I found that, and now it's time to pass it on. If you like green and you like tins, I've got a green tin. It might have had some type of candy in it, maybe butter mints or something, who knows. It's got no mark on the bottom, and I imagine it had a paper label on it at one time. But that's that sort of drab, I call it depression green. A little bit of tape residue there you can get off. So a tin for the kitchen. Look at that big piece of black glass. I'm going to have to ask David to check his L.E. Smith books. I don't know. But that is a big center bowl. And it's glass, not pottery. And it's got no damage on it at all. The big one. How about those Fostoria candlesticks back there? Double light candlesticks. That's called the Century pattern, I think. And they're lovely. They have no damage. Let's see here. Why don't we let's bring these forward. I did a cartwheel when I saw these in the store. Excuse me, I seem to have trouble getting my throat cleared this morning. Guess what? Doesn't that look like something right out of the 1930s Art Deco era? Well, they're not old. Really, the giveaway is the way the base is done. But the blue mirrored glass with the etched flowers, that's like right out of the 1930s. I have several blue glass mirrors, and they look just like this. Now, which company made these? I don't know. I'm not even sure what country they were made in, but I do know they're not antique. But boy, they're candlesticks, and you can stick these right into your Art Deco chrome collection, and they're going to look absolutely fantastic. There's nothing on the bottoms of them. There is, I think, on the top of this one. All right, let's turn this around. There's a little tiny, it's tiny right there. Not really a chip. Well, I guess just the corner of it. Or is it this little corner? Yeah. So I think there's a little, but then this is beveled glass as well, so it might be fooling me. I do know that on the bottom, no, that looks fine. Well, there might be a little flea bite on the top or the bottom. It sort of fades in with the way the glass is cut. Mm-hmm. We'll let that airplane pass and put these back where they were. I'm telling you what, those, even though they're not old, boy, they're going to be stunning in somebody's Art Deco collection. And then the last item that I'm going to show you, but it won't be the last item that's for sale tonight. You know I have to have a couple of surprises for you. Actually, I have 2 more things to show you. I've got an old EPNS Deluxe, that would be electroplated nickel silver trophy in the back. And it's an old one. and I just washed it. This is either Bakelite or an old type of a plastic. Very old, or at least I think this is, I believe this was made somewhere between the 1930s and the 1960s. It's got no dents or anything. You can polish it up or leave it the way it is. It is marked EPNS Deluxe. It's not damaged. I think I just said that. And what I like is this, nothing has been engraved on it. Here, right? There's some sticky tape here. There might have been a plaque or something that was glued on here. Get some, what do you call it? Gum off. See, that's just coming off with my fingernail right there. That'll come right off. You just need to get that adhesive remover and that'll come off. Okay, but then it's a little bit wet because as I said, I just washed it. So you could either you could just display. I like to display old trophies, and I have a few. So for display, for a candy dish, or if your significant other happens to be the best canasta player on the planet, you could engrave it right there if you wanted to. I just love the fact that it doesn't already have somebody else's name on it. I mean, I don't think I would be as interested in it if it said Ralph and Mildred, you know, second prize at the Camden, New Jersey Bowling League, 1959. So there's possibilities for that. And then lastly, take a look at that. We talked about that in one of the last videos that I did. I know many of you are familiar with glass shelf supports that were often used in drugstores and other types of commercial stores in the olden days. And there would be several of them, and they would separate glass panels, or glass shelves would sit on them. I don't believe that that's what this is. I had some folks concurred with me, and there were some folks, most folks in the video that I did had the same belief that, yeah, definitely a millinery stand. And that's when I looked at it, I said, that's got to be from an old display, an old store. So millinery meaning women's hats and such. And that's probably what it was used for. Because as we talked before, there's this sort of dimple here, this concave. Usually the shelf supports are completely flat, and they're not normally in the shape of an oval like that and then polished all the way around. They wouldn't need to be. So this probably sat in a 1930s millinery store with a cloche hat on it. Who knows? It's probably even a bit older than that. It might go back to sort of the teens. I think David collects shelf supports, but this one being a lot fancier, especially as wide as it is here. This was really meant to be seen and to display a hat on it, probably in a store. Okay, that's not it. That's it for now. Let me back up. I can't wait for you to come and join us tonight at 8 o'clock on David's channel. That's Uprising Texas. You know where to find it. I'll be there with all these beautiful things and maybe a few surprises. I hope you'll come and join us, okay? See you tonight. From the Old Curiosity Shop, I'm Scott saying, thanks for watching, wait for the cat, and so long for now. Ooh, I better finish my coffee before I sit down. Won't be long, we'll be needing that electric fan.